Hello, hello. Hi, everybody. How are you doing? Sure hope you are doing well. Welcome, everyone. We are here and we are excited. I'm so excited about tonight. I got my handy iPad. Y'all know I don't go anywhere without it. So come on in. I'm your host. I'm Synolve, and we've got an interesting topic tonight. So hubby's logging in. You may be able to hear him. We're talking about Ruto and Kenya and lifting the visa requirements for most African countries and Caribbean nations. So come on in, come on in. We're going to talk about it tonight. We're going to discuss it. I know some people have been already traveling, and so they've already experienced this where they haven't had to get the visa. So if you haven't had to get that visa and you've been traveling already to Kenya, I'm excited to travel. Y'all, come on in, come on in, come on in. We're going to talk about it. Um, are you excited? I'm having an interesting day. It's been raining, it's been flooding. It was the weather was they were saying that it was going to be in the hundreds today, but it ended up being very nice in the 80s here in Tennessee. And so I'm excited. But we're here to talk about Kenya and how President Ruto has lifted the visa requirements for most African and Caribbean nations. So come on in. We're going to chat about it. What are your plans? I hope you guys are having some amazing summer days wherever you are, and everything is going well. So come on in. As you come into the stream, go ahead and like, and go ahead and give me a comment. Let me know. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you're here, and let me know where you're from. Where are you coming from? Where are you coming from? So let me know. We're talking about this. This is pretty major news for this to be happening, this to be occurring here. And so for Kenya to lift these the e-visa requirements. Kenya has had an e-visa requirement, which wasn't, it was pretty straightforward. You could do it online. And so now he's completely lifted that. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Thank you so much. Hubby's in the chat. So thank you so much, babe. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. In Tennessee, Milton he's here hailing from Tennessee. Tennessee. That's pretty good. We are having an amazing day. I hope you guys are having an amazing day as well. So we are gonna get into this topic tonight, and or today, or wherever you are. Just remember to go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Also, if you'd like to share a gift or support the stream, there are a lot of ways you can do that. You can, of course, cash at me at Synolve. So I'm going to put that on the screen for you guys. If you'd like to send me a cash app, you definitely can. That supports the broadcast, and so that we can keep doing, support Black media. I always support Black media, so we can keep doing the work that we are doing. Yes. So this just came up today. Hubby actually told me about it because I was working on something else, and he sent me this text, and I was surprised. I was surprised and delighted that the e-visa is gonna is being scrapped. It's always great when you are traveling. You don't have to pay extra money, right? Like, who doesn't love that? Who does not love that? And so now, we have been planning a trip to Kenya as well. And so if you'd like to come on that trip with me, then I would love to have you, hubby, and I would definitely love to have you. So I'm going to, let's see, share my screen with you and show you guys that. Let's see where that is. There it is. Let me see where that is. Let's see. It is not showing me. Let's see. You know, it's always a learning curve. Okay. Let's see. It's always a learning curve with this. So, but yeah, this is very exciting that that these new rules are coming out, and it's gonna make traveling so much easier. And so there are only two countries that are not going, that I know of, that they're saying right now, that are not going to be in this ban, or in this opportunity. So that's going to be exciting. So we can, yeah, so that's gonna be exciting. So we're gonna head on over to that article. Let's see if I can get this to come up. All right, so Kenya scraps the ETA requirements for all countries. And this is Monday, July the 14th, 2025. So this is today. This is today. And so this is pretty exciting. And you're only going to have two countries so far that are in Africa who are not going to be a part of this this free e-visa. And so and we're going to talk about what those countries are, and you guys can give me your reasons for why you think that is. That should be interesting. So I think this is going to make travel easy. Definitely, it's going to make travel easier, and it's going to allow more people are going to want to. Here it is now. More people are going to want to travel. Oh, there you are. Okay, so I hope you guys are seeing this on the screen as I'm reading it. And we can, go through this together, go through this article together. And so Kenya has finally implemented its promise of a borderless Africa. Wow. Okay. We've been hearing about a borderless Africa for so long. And so scrapping all electronic travel authorizations, which is the ETA, there's a whole website you can go on, requirements for all African countries except for Libya and Somalia. This is in fulfillment of the government's proposal issued in January that sought to open up the skies for all African countries for tourism growth. In the proposal, Libya and Somalia are the only two African countries sidelined due to security concerns. Now, I'm reading straight from this article you see on the screen. As part of the efforts to support open skies policies and tourism growth, a key proposal is to grant ETA exemptions to all African countries except for Somalia and Libya due to security concerns, a dispatch from the cabinet read in part. The latest update means that citizens of these countries can enter the country without prior authorization. All the countries whose entry previously required an ETA can now simply pay for an air ticket, grab their passport, and visit Kenya, or simply get to the border and get in hassle-free. Citizens of the East African Community, EAC, including Burundi, the Democratic Republic of Congo, Rwanda, South Sudan, Tanzania, Uganda, will be eligible for the longest stays, capping at 180 days. Another category allowing for up to 90-day stays or 3 months includes citizens from 45 other countries across the globe. In Africa, Ethiopia, Eritrea, Ghana, South Africa, and the Republic of Congo fall under said category. Other notable ones outside of Africa are the Caribbean. All right, so those Caribbean nations, here they are. If you're in the Caribbean, you want to travel to Kenya, you will no longer need the ETA. You won't need the ETA visa, okay? And so these countries outside of Africa that are in the Caribbean are Jamaica, Barbados, the Bahamas, Fiji Islands, Singapore, Trinidad and Tobago. So that's interesting. They put Singapore right in there with the Caribbean. So citizens of 28 more countries will be also allowed to extend their stays in Kenya without a visa or an ETA for up to 60 days or 2 months. So you've got those who can stay, looks like, for the 90 days, and then you've got those who are going to be able to stay for the 60 days. And so these are the 28 countries that will be allowed to extend their stay without a visa or ETA for up to 60 days or 2 months. This is great if you want to go on a exploration trip, or you're going to go on a long vacation. You want to go on an investigative tour, 90 days, 60 days. You need at least, I would think, you need at least 7 to 14 days for an investigative tour. You really do. And of course, 2 of those days, 4 days of that is going to be travel. So you need the time. So this is good. And Kenya is so amazing. There's so much to explore. So it gives you this time to be able to do that. And so these countries that are going to be able to do the 60 days, 2 months, they include Nigeria, Algeria, Niger, Egypt, Central Africa, Republic, Sudan, Togo, Tunisia, Morocco, Seychelles, Djibouti, Benin, and Chad. Several other categories of people, including holders of United Nations Convention travel documents issued by Kenyan government, serving members of the British military, among others. Previously, the citizens exempt from having the ETA were from those who are from the East African partner states of Burundi, Democratic Republic of Congo, Rwanda, South Sudan, Tanzania, and Uganda. And so, yeah, this is really a major change. This is a major change. This is going to really promote tourism in Kenya, for Kenya. And there's so much to see, so much to do. You have Mount Kenya, you have the coast, which is, it's like I think, what is it? Diani has like 10 miles, at least 10 miles of beach on the coast. So you've got, yeah, this is really great news. Absolutely, I agree. You have you have Malindi, Watamu, and Diani and Mombasa along the coast. So you're gonna have so much to do, so much to see. There's, of course, I said Nanyuki, there's Mount Kenya. So you've got the mountains, you've got the city, of course, Nairobi. So there's so many beautiful areas and so much to see in Kenya. And now you're going to be able to see it. And if you live in Africa, you live in the Caribbean, you're going to be able to see it without having to pay that extra amount of the e-visa. I'm jealous. Okay, I'm in America, so look, I'm just gonna tell y'all that I'm jealous. Okay, I am jealous. Okay, let me pat myself, on the back. Go ahead, kind of soothe myself. Y'all pray for me, okay? Because I would love to be able to not have to do not have to do this e-visa, but that's okay. Let's look up the cost. I thought I had this tab open, but how much does the ETA visa, Kenyan visa cost? Let's look that up. Let's see, cost. How much does it cost? So we are going to Let's look at it. Let's look at it. And I'll put the website. I'm going to put the website for the cost too. I'm sorry. I'm going to put the website over here. If you need to, if you're not in, here is the link for the ETA Visa, because you apply for it online. For those outside of, let's see, Africa and Caribbean, which that would be me. Me and hubby, that will be us. So how much is that? That was gonna be, there it is. I'm gonna put this link in there so you could go check that out. You can go check out the link. But how much does it cost? Let's see, is it sharing my screen? Oh yeah, it's sharing it. Okay, good. All right, so you can apply now. You check the status, and this is where you apply for those of us who are in the US, UK, and we're outside of these any of the countries that we just mentioned. And you have to do a e-visa. So I'm scrolling at the bottom. At the bottom, you can see if you need assistance, there's their email right here and the WhatsApp number to reach out for assistance. So that's there. I'm going to put that in there as well. But yeah, so here's that link if you guys want to go and you want to check it out. Because for those of us who need it, so we, for those of us who need it, we still have to pay. Unfortunately, let's see. Here it was here, but let me go back because here it is. Here it is. Let me go back because this is where I've been looking. But it's $32.50 at this time of taping. So always, right? So it's $34. It's going to be $32. The total of $34.09 USD. So for someone in the US, if you're wondering how much is that visa going to cost, it's going to be $34.09 USD. You have to look up for like the UK or wherever you're coming from if you're outside of the Caribbean or those African countries who are going to have this exclusion. And so, yeah, it's $32.50, but you're going to get a bank fee of $1.59. And so that is what brings that cost up to only $34.09 for the e-visa. Now, what I do recommend, I would recommend, just from my, some of the people that I know that have traveled there, it does take 3 to 5 days in order to get your e-visa. Sometimes I've heard people at their airport and they thought they could do visa on arrival and they weren't able to do that. So I've heard of people going to the airport and getting it within hours, right? Like you get it in an hour or less, 30 minutes or less, an hour or less. But what I would do is, and what everyone is, traveling is recommending, is just there's no visa on arrival. You actually have to pay it there. So just go ahead and get your visa 3 to 5 days ahead of time. Masamar, this National Reserve is talking about it. It's talking about the passports, and just go ahead and give yourself time, right, for it to be processed, and just expect up to a payment of whatever that payment was like $35. And so, and it can take it can take that 35 I'm sorry, it can take 3 to 5 business days, but a lot of people are getting that e-visa in an hour. So it can be a really, really quick process. Hey, glad to see you saw that your trip to, is there a link? Yeah, to go on the trip to Kenya. Yeah, there is a link. Let's talk about that. Okay. Thank you, Cece. That was a great question and great segue. Let's go over to here it is. Let's see. Thought I already had. Oh, there it is. So this is my website, Black Exodus, and you click right here on Black Exodus Tours. And so here it is. Let's see, I'm gonna put this link in for you. Let's see. All right, so there is the trip. Come to Kenya. This is our trip. Pack your bags. Join me on a trip to Kenya. My website is Black Exodus, and so you'll see it in the description. And you click on Black Exodus. You click on Black Exodus Tours, and then you can scroll down to our. This is going to be our inaugural trip. I'm so excited. This is going to be our very first trip, and that hubby and I are hosting. And so this is the information about the tour, the Kenya tour. You got to get your e-visa, okay? Because we're in the U.S., so you got to get your e-visa. Once you get your e-visa, then the Kenya tour the cost is $5,500. And so in this trip, the airfare is not included. And so this is going to be an amazing trip. It does include your hotels, your in Kenya transport to all the destinations, including your train ride to and from Mombasa, right? And your travel to Diani, because we're gonna do a couple of days on the beach. Okay. It also includes a safari with a tour guide. So yes, and we're gonna have fun at the safari. I think hubby's even trying to talk me on going on the safari with y'all because I'm afraid. I love animals from afar, but still, I think this opportunity to go on the safari is gonna be amazing, and I'm excited. So we're gonna have an investor summit. We will have an investor summit there, and we're going to have speakers. Hubby and I will speak. We'll also have Kenyan professionals and investors to come in and speak during the summit. Your lunch and your dinner for that summit day is going to be provided. I'm so excited I can't talk, but it'll be provided. You also get an investors packet, a portfolio, I should say, and an investor's gift guide. And so like I said, the total, we're going to do a wrap up at the end of the summit. We'll do an investors summit wrap up lunch. It'll be either a lunch or dinner. It just depends that day, because it'll be the day after we travel back from the coast. So we'll be in Nairobi for those first couple of days, and then we're going to head out to the coast. When we're in Nairobi, we are going to see an apartment building where you can lease or purchase. You also see a housing development where you can either buy land or hopefully we'll have one where you can see some of the existing houses that are already up, because we're talking to some amazing people now to line all that up. So, and there's so many properties that are going up in Nairobi. I do have a person in Kenya that we are working with who is amazing. You will meet him. You'll get a chance to meet him, so that's going to be amazing. We're going to head out to the beach, and we're going to go to Mombasa. We'll tour Mombasa. We'll tour housing development in Mombasa. Yes, that's going to be so much fun, so exciting. And all of this will have a van, so we'll have a tour guide, and all of that is going to be fun. We'll have a beach day, go to the beach. There's so many things at the beach to do, from boat rides where you can look down and you can see in the ocean. I'd say African Ocean. Okay, we were claiming names. And then so you'll get to see that. There are camel rides. There are just so many. There's massages. There's so many things you can do on the beach. And then we're going to head out to Diani, and we'll see at Diani. We'll see an art museum or art gallery, and we'll see we'll go to Tribe Earth, and they make jewelry there. So you'll get to see them making jewelry right in house. Okay. You will get to see, yeah, and they have vegan food. So, but there'll be other options too to eat, but they make it right there. So I'm excited. And then there's so much to do in Diani, and there's of course the beach. We'll get a chance to see a property in Diani as well. So everything that you may want to do, if you want to invest in a property in the city, or if you want to live in the city, we'll get to do that. We'll go to the mall. We're going to head over to the mall. So there are going to be so many different things. There are 2 malls we will visit and hopefully see a retail space. So we're in talking about seeing a retail space for those of you who want to invest in, set up a store. I got you covered. Okay. We have, hubby and I, we have tried to think of everything. And then you'll get to, during the summit, the investor summit, we're going to have already confirmed a specialist is coming in. Very exciting to talk about citizenship. So he will break everything down, all of the visas, all of the citizenship requirements. He's going to break it down. He is a professional. He is extremely knowledgeable. Yes, all your needs will be met. So for everything from investing to everything from investing to buying properties for you to live, to rent, because I'm sure many people will probably you don't want to buy anything see the sight unseen, so you're going to want to maybe rent for a while, and then this will have a portfolio so you can see some, we'll go see some properties, physically see some properties while we're there. And then we'll talk about business. We'll talk about how are we gonna fund this, right? Because we, unless you get, which is amazing, you have a remote job or something like that, you're gonna want to fund it. So I'm pushing. I don't know what anybody else is talking about. I know. Look, I've done the video. I hope you all go check it out. Don't wait till you old and retired to come to Kenya and to get your plan to move and get your exodus plan together. Okay, we starting businesses. We getting our businesses together. We're funding our businesses. We're getting our business together. Hubby has an MBA, so if you need someone to talk to about establishing your business, and establishing a business, please go under the Adida. Go under the Adida link. It's here. Let me click this down. We'll come back to this, but go under Adida here. This is our trade alliance. And so this is a good place also to start talking to us about how you can start a business. And that's what that investors, summit is going to kick off. But you guys, of course, can join that now and become a part of it. We'll be, helping, assisting you to, develop business plans, to talk to people about their, about investment opportunities, and do your branding, your marketing, your market research, packaging, shipping, and all of that, because we got to figure out how to, we're going, but we got to fund this trip. And so that's the whole point of the having the investor summit while we're there in Kenya, is to have that summit. It's a part of the Kenya trip, which we may have another summit as well, so that those of you all who won't be able to make it to the Kenya trip, you can go. But it gives you an opportunity, because we are, most of us are still working age, and even a lot of us still are, have an age where we still want to have businesses. We still have a lot of life in us. I know some 60, 70-year-olds, y'all, like, y'all got life. 80, y'all still got life, and you still want to have a business. You still have dreams, and there's so much on the on the continent, and so much in Kenya to do, from tea to purses and apparel, all kinds of beautiful things. And so we're going to go to a wholesale market where you guys, during our Black Exodus tour, we're going to go to a wholesale market where you guys can talk to some vendors about wholesale prices and look at some of the products that you might be interested in buying. So this trip is worth it. That's all I want. This trip is so jam-packed with goodies. I've not seen another trip like this one, because I'm thinking about how hubby and I, when we go and we travel, I'm thinking about, hubby and I how we like to go, right? We want to know how we like to travel. When we travel and we go to different cities, and we've moved to different cities. We lived here in the U.S. and North Carolina. We lived in outside of Charlotte. We lived outside of Detroit. We've lived where else we lived? Fishers. We lived in Indiana. So I hope I'm naming all the places, but we lived in Waxhaw, North Carolina, was outside of Charlotte. When we go, our focus is like, okay, housing. At the time, we had kids in school, so with schools, right? And if you guys are going on a trip and you say, hey, I want to go on a school trip, let me know. Let me know if there's something, because you scroll all the way down and you can click here and you can download the Kenya trip itinerary. But if something's missing, something you'd like to do, and we can fit it in, or if we can send a group over here and then our other group goes there, we are happy, because we know that it's important to you. We've been there. We moved before. You guys have probably moved before. So it's important to get all the information that you need, that you need to get when, while you're there. So we want to make sure you're getting the information that you need, you're seeing what you need to see. I know a lot of people go on and it's like the pleasure trips. Okay. I like pleasure too, but I really like to get my business done. So we've mixed the two. We've got some pleasure. You go to the beach, right? You can, get your massage on the beach. You can relax. We've got that day in there, but we got business. Look, if you going, you want to get the business done. And so this is the itinerary, right? This is the itinerary. And you can see everything that we're going to be doing. And you can download it. Now, I must say, thank you so much. I must say thank you so much to hubby for this website, because hubby created my website. He created this website and it's so beautiful. I hope you'll check out all the pages, the services we offer at Black Exodus, all of that, because hubby did such an amazing job. I'm so proud. So we talked about cost of the trip. The cost of this tour is $5,500. It's worth it. It is worth it, because we've got this jam packed with tour guides, with investment professionals who are going to come in and talk to us, with tours, actually going to a retail space. We're going to go to apartment tours. We're going to do housing tours in multiple cities. So there's no other tour like this. This is a one of a kind, once in a lifetime. It's worth every single dime. Y'all, we were like, we're going to save them as much as we can save as much, as we can save, because we want to make it cost effective. But I've seen tours around this price, and for different countries, and they don't Panama, other place, not just not necessarily Kenya, but other places, and they don't do half of what we're doing, what the value that we're packing in here. We packed in so much value, because we thought this was important. So the Kenya trip, like I said, the total cost is $5,500. It's best to go ahead and pay it up front, right? Pay that up front, so that we can go ahead and do the full booking, especially the hotels. We've got an amazing hotel we want to stay at, where we are going to stay, and it's right inside of a mall. So it's right adjacent or next to a mall. They're all connected. The mall, I think that mall has living spaces. It has the hotel, and it's got some beautiful shops, amazing shops. So we'll that way we can, when people want to have off time and time to themselves, there's shopping and different things you can do as well. We're going to go to CBD area, y'all. If you know anything about CBD area, that's where all the good stuff is, for like bedding and wholesale market. So there's so much stuff. On the safari, we're also going to go to the Maasai market. Yes, I can't wait to go there. Jewelry, clothing, you name it. Okay, those nice Kenya bracelets that they wear that have the Kenya on it. We'll have the Kenya flag. They're gonna have that, so you'll be able to get souvenirs. So many good things. But the trip can be broken down, so you can break it down as follows: $1,500 to secure your spot, which is a deposit. And that deposit is non-refundable, or unfortunately, but that's kind of basically what most tours are, because you got to secure so much to, to get everything done. But then, so you paid that the the $1,500 deposit. That lets us know you're serious, you're going, and then the remaining balance is $4,000. Now, that remaining balance can be split up in two payments. You can pay 2,000 on August the 1st, and then the other 2,000 on August the 15th if you need to break it up. But I would recommend just go ahead and paying the 5,500, and then that way everything's paid, everything's done. Maybe you do it by however you do it, you want to pay it. We are using Stripe, so it's very secure, very secure. Stripe's been around for a long time. That was one of the original ways when you were paying like credit card at stores, they were using Stripe. This is such an old reliable platform. So, and we don't see any of your information. You pay right through the system through Stripe, and we get the notification that and the information that you paid. So you can secure your spot on this once in a lifetime exploration tour, this trip to Kenya. Like I said, yeah, it's so much. So we have these tabs here. You can pay your deposit. You can then come back and pay the $4,000. And if you need to break this $4,000 down, just email me, theblackexodus@gmail.com. Email me and let me know. And then hubby will, because he created the website. He knows all the technical stuff. He can get that information to you so that you can break that payment up if you need to pay August 1 and then August 15th. And then, of course, here is the link where you can do the full 5,500, the full cost of the trip. Now, for those of you on the email list, you have already gotten this information. If you're signed up for my email list, click in the description of this video. You'll see my email list sign up. You already got the newsletter. And so you already got the newsletter, and you already have this information. It went out this weekend. If you didn't get it and you're on the newsletter, please let me know. Please let me know. And I will be happy, more than happy, to send that information to you. And so, yeah, this is the trip. This is the trip. Excited. Milton's very excited. I'm excited too. I'm ready to go. I packed my bags. I'm ready to go. So this is the trip. This is the link. Click on that link and all the information is there. The itinerary is there. The right, all the information details for payment there on the website. So we are being very transparent as well. And then so the other two things that you'll need for the trip that you will need are if you're coming from the US, then the UK, you will need to get your Kenya ETA. So you will need to get the ETA visa, and that is around $35. So yeah, it's not bad. So that's around $35. Of course, you will need your passport, and you're gonna need your luggage. Okay, you're gonna need your luggage as well. So yeah, and if you need any, I put this link in here for the ETA visa for you guys. And then, of course, if you have any assistance or you have any questions for the ETA visa, you can reach out and call. I would, suggest maybe WhatsApp or reach out and call them. And so, yeah, I hope, CC, this answered your question. I hope this was helpful. Yeah, we're excited. We are excited. We ready to go. We are ready to go. So this my website has all the information that you need. Like I said, we're going to go on safari. We have jam-packed this with so much goodness, right? With so much goodness. I'm just excited, and I want you to come. If you are thinking about moving to Kenya, you want to go on a tour. You want to see what it is that Kenya has to offer. You want to stay some time. You want to stay in different areas where you know that you're going to be in good hands. We have people on the ground, Kenyans who are going to take us and do our tours, who are trustworthy and who are excited that we're coming. They're excited, brothers and sisters. So you're not going to have to worry about um, being once all this is going to be all this is included in the 5,500. So a lot of people go and they're like having to figure out Uber and all that. Nope. Mm-mm. I got you. I mean, I got you. Okay, you're not gonna have to worry about that at all. And so it's just gonna be a great tour. Everything is included in this price, and so there will be a few meals where you'll be on your own. Other than that, everything else, and of course, any souvenirs, anything that you want to buy, look, your clothes, all that, anything you might want to get, you want to buy, of course, your perfume, your stuff. Okay, you're on your own, your souvenirs. But I'm gonna get me one of those Kenya bracelets. I'm just telling you, those things are so cute. So that is the tour. Yes, Kenya is still making it easy. Yes, Kenya is making it easy for tourism and for travel and for people who want to relocate to Kenya. They are because their Kenya's GDP, a large part of the GDP is tourism. You guys, Kenya has so many beautiful historic sites. You have so many amazing tribes that are there. The Kikuyu, the amazing Maasai, and so many others. So there's a lot to see. There's safari inside. There's a safari inside of Nairobi, in the city of Nairobi. I mean, it's amazing. It's beautiful, and so yeah, this is definitely exciting. Um, oh, Muhammad, thank you, Synolve. You're out here there doing it. I appreciate that. We are trying. We are trying. We are trying. We have been researching so much. I thank you so much for saying that. We have been researching so much, talking to so many people because we really want to provide a beautiful, amazing experience when we come to Kenya. I mean, Kenya already offers such a beautiful experience on its own because the country is amazing. It's beautiful and amazing on its own. And so we want to make sure that we're just giving you guys the best from Black Exodus, right? The best from our company to make sure that you are able to have a beautiful experience and you are able to go where you're celebrated, to go to a place that celebrates you, that celebrates your Blackness, that celebrates your heritage as an African, a descendant of Africans. And so I know the ancestors are proud, and we're just excited to launch this company. I'm excited to launch this company and grateful to my husband so much because he built this website. He has been tirelessly working on this project to make sure we have all of the information early in the morning, late into the midnight, right? 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, just working and really encouraging me, right? Like you want to look, this relationship advice, okay, which I don't give often. But look, if you're gonna get in a relationship, get in a relationship with a person who loves you and supports you, right? Who loves you and supports you and who believes in you. That is the main thing. That is the main thing. All right, y'all. I'm excited. I'm grateful. I'm grateful because this is gonna be you're gonna miss out. You're not gonna miss out because you're coming, right? So come on this tour. Since we're on the website Black Exodus, let me go ahead and I've talked a little bit about Adida, but we're gonna have while we're there on this tour, we're gonna have the Investor Summit, which is a part of that tour, right? The Investor Summit is gonna offer this unique opportunity to learn and to meet and to connect with fellow investors. While you're at this summit, you're gonna connect with Kenyan investors. You're gonna see and meet Kenyan investors. You're gonna be able to meet some diasporan investors from the diaspora. This is going to be an amazing experience. I'm telling you, it's a once in a lifetime experience. And so we hope that you will come. You're going to be able to grow your investment portfolio and tour of a variety of locations from real estate. I don't know if we'll make a farm this time, but Tribe Earth, they have a farm, so we might. It depends what's going on with the schedule, but if we don't get to go, then we're gonna be back. Okay. You get to do retail, see a retail business. You're gonna be able to see textiles and art and jewelry, apparel, leather goods, so many things that you can invest in for your business. I think one of the things when people are talking about moving to Africa, one of the things, or moving to Kenya, moving to Tanzania, one of the things that people miss out on is being able to provide solid resources for people who want to move. Because you're, in my mind, the first thing they start talking about moving is, well, how are we going to, that means you got to quit your job here, or you got to leave your investments behind. Hopefully they're working for you if you have investments in the US or UK or wherever you are. And so, or Jamaica, wherever you are, the Caribbean. So we hope everyone will join us. But so you got to think about, how am I going to make money, keep making money to keep up this beautiful lifestyle, right? Keep this going. And so how you do that is through your investments. And so we're going to have people to come in and share their impactful life changing stories and strategies with you guys, and tell you things that they have done to really make this work in the companies that they are running and they have invested in. Whether it's Airbnb, whether it's an apartment you're going to rent it out, it's going to be an Airbnb, whether it's going to be a house, where it's going to be near the beach, you're going to choose the city, or maybe both. Come on. So this is just an amazing opportunity to do that. And so the investor summit is going to happen during the Kenya tour. So that is so amazing. Like I said, we probably will have more investor summits. So stay tuned for that, for those of you who won't be able to go on the trip. Also, I wanted to talk about, let's see, our services. And so here we are. Now, so we do have services, and that is, hubby and I will work with you. Hubby has an MBA. And so he and I will work with you. I have a master's in communications. And so he and I will work with you on your business plan development, because we want you to have a successful business. We've run businesses in real estate. We've owned an apartment complex. We've owned a cleaning service. We've owned several other businesses. And so farming, we've done farming, still doing farming. And so agriculture is such a huge part of the GDP in Africa, and of course Kenya, from tea to cassava, potatoes, cashews. Look, I'm not going to be able to name them all, but there are so many, mangoes. Y'all, there's so many amazing things happening in agriculture in Kenya. And so you may be thinking, well, I don't want to own a farm. Well, you might want to have a tea business, or you might want to have do something with mangoes. So there's so many different opportunities. Branding, both, hubby and I work with branding. As you can see from our website development, that's hubby. I do the editing. A market research, that's both hubby and I. Analyze your market position. So how are you going to analyze this market position of where are you going to be, market your company, and what your position is going to be to evaluate your performance, the value relative to your competitors. And so we do have a lot of services, training and development, of course, strategic communication. That's me, brand strategy. That's both hubby and I. So we will work with you. Hubby and I will work with you to create the best successful business plan. What you don't want to do is go there without a plan. You need a business plan. You need a strategy, right? It's also about the cost, right? How much is it going to cost for me to open this business? Much cheaper than the US, but you want to go and you want to have a plan. So that's why we created this company. I did a video. Don't wait until you're old to move to Kenya. So go check that out. I also did a video on, why are you not investing in Kenya? Okay, why everybody else is investing in Kenya? Why not you? You should be, or why are you not investing in Africa, right? Why not you? You should be investing in Africa. Everyone is investing, from the Chinese to other folks. All right, everybody's investing. Russia, everybody's investing in Africa. Americans. So why aren't Black Americans? Why aren't you? Um, Wherever you are, Jamaica, wherever you are in the Caribbean, around the world, in the diaspora, we should be investing. And so we want to make sure you put your best foot forward, and we wanted to create a company that would help you and bring our knowledge and our experience as well. And so join Adida. Look, join Adida. Adida is the African diaspora um, International Trade Alliance. And so this gives you the opportunity to join other like-minded people where you can join other like-minded people, and we can network, we can grow, we can build a huge network and come together as a community. That's what this is really all about. We can build a huge community. And so this is, I'm going to put the link in for Adida. And so join Adida, become a part of it, because one person might have the avocados, right? One person might have the avocados, right? And somebody else might have the um, what do you mix? What do you mix in when you make the avocado? Sometimes I think they put milk in it. Somebody else, I don't know. However, the tomatoes. Somebody else might have the tomatoes or whatever it is to make it. Or somebody may, have the restaurant. So look, it's important that we network and that we come together. When we would network and we come together, we are powerful. We are powerful, and nothing can stop us. Right? Nothing. No one can stop us. So it's important that we join. Avocados, it's a big time right now for Kenya. Wow, that's amazing. That's one of the biggest reasons to move to Africa, to move to Kenya, is because of the fresh fruits, the fresh vegetables, to have that access. I was listening to someone talk about how their elderly mom, moved to Kenya, and she lost, I think, 25 pounds. She was experiencing some issues with blood pressure. She was having her some issues with blood pressure, and her high blood pressure, and maybe even diabetes, if I'm not mistaken. But she lost that 25 pounds, and honey, she is doing well, brother. Okay, Kaka and Dada, look, she is doing well. And so this opportunity to be able to come to Kenya, come back to the motherland, come back to Africa, or our ancestors left, they were taken, and so now to have that opportunity to come, all you need is a plan. You need a plan. You need a plan, and you need an investment strategy to come back home. Now, of course, there's work abroad, work remotely, and those opportunities. But yeah, you need a plan, and we're here to help you. Come together. Let's build this community together of Adida. Let's start on this trip, right? And come on this trip with us. Come on the tour, and come pack your bags and come on the tour with us and tour Kenya. We're going to Nairobi. We're headed out to the coast, Mombasa and Diani, and we're going to have a good time. Okay, we're going to have a good time. You don't want to miss it. Muhammad says that banana and mango, mixed with avocado. Oh, that sounds good. That sounds good. Sound like you know your way around the kitchen. Okay, that's good. So yeah, we're going to have so many opportunities. Avocados, banana, mango, right? So doesn't that just sound good right there? That's a whole smoothie, right? I don't know, or one of those salad bowls also in addition to the avocado mix. But that's what I mean when we come together, right? When we come together as one, we come together as a people. We network, we share ideas, we share information. There's so much good information to share, so much knowledge that we all have. And so when we come together as one, right, we can do powerful and amazing things. Amazing, amazing things. And so check out Adida. You're going to check out that. So we can build community, and so we can do powerful things, right? Because Kenya's making it easy for you to come. They're making it easy for you to come. If you popped in then here we are. Kenya scraps the ETA requirements for all African countries, um, except for Libya, and Somalia, and also many of the Caribbean countries are included. And so those Kenya has finally implemented its promise of a borderless Africa. We were talking about borderless Africa for so long, right? They're scrapping all electronic travel authorization, the ETA requirements for all African countries except Libya and Somalia. And so this is fulfillment of the government's promise, right, to support open skies and the tourism, right, growth, which is part of their GDP. One of their largest GDP in Kenya is tourism. So they have, it breaks it down, and I put this article linked in the comments. I also put it linked for you in the description so that you guys can read this article for yourselves. They have it broken down into 180 days. So there are countries here and listed in the 180 days that we went over. I'm just doing a recap, right? That includes the East African countries, Burundi, Democratic Republic, Rwanda, South Sudan, Tanzania, Uganda, right? So they have a cap of 180 days, right, without that ETA. And then there's another group of countries, about 45 countries across the globe, that are included in the 90 days, right? Which is 3 months. And then in Africa, Ethiopia, Eritrea, Ghana, South Africa, and the Republic of Congo fall under the said category of the 90 days, right? And so this is so much. And then those countries in the Caribbean, they're going to fall under this 90 days. Jamaica, Barbados, the Bahamas, Fiji Island, Trinidad, Tobago, and Singapore. Okay, so they put Singapore in this list. Citizens from over 28 countries will be allowed to extend their stay in Kenya without a visa or ETA for up to 60 days or 2 months. They include Nigeria, Algeria, Niger, Egypt, Central Africa Republic, okay, Sudan, Togo, Tunisia, Morocco, Seychelles, Djibouti, Benin, and Chad. And so there are several other countries included, including categories of people of the United Nations Convention travel documents issued by Kenyan government serving members of the British military, among others. And so previously, the only citizens that were exempt from having the ETA were those who were part of the East African partner states of Burundi, Democratic Republic of Congo, Rwanda, South Sudan, Tanzania, Uganda. And so this is, wow, this is exciting. So yes, I put this in the chat so that you guys can see what those countries are. That's amazing. And so Jay Will says, do we still need to get an ETA for the Bahamas? And so here we go. Did we see Bahamas in that list? When they did the Caribbean, they say, oh, here you are in Africa, Ethiopia, Eritrea, Ghana, South Africa. Okay. And so other notable ones outside of Africa are Jamaica, Barbados, the Bahamas. So you are included. The Bahamas you will no longer need the ETA, right? The Bahamas will no longer need the ETA. And the good news is you can stay up to 90 days if you're in the Bahamas. If you're in the Bahamas, you have Bahamian passport, you can stay for up to 90 days, which is 3 whole months, right? I'm jealous. I'm in America, so we still have to, we still have to get the ETA, but ETA visa, it's only $35, but we do still have to go through that whole process. And so the Bahamas right here, you are included, sir. Congratulations. That's pretty awesome. That is pretty awesome, Jay Will. All right. Well, Jay Will, since you don't need an ETA, you need to just come on the trip with us, okay? In September. This trip is in September, and you need to come with us and join this on on this trip. I have the itinerary here, and so you can download the Kenya trip itinerary, or you could click it right here to view it on the screen, like so. Okay, and you can see all of the things that we're going to do, right? And come with us, join us, and have fun. We are doing it. We are going to have a good time. All right. We're going to have a good time. All right. Any more questions? Anybody got any more questions? We're going to get off of here. I know that we've been on here for an hour, but if you got any questions, please let me know. My email is theblackexodus@gmail.com. If you have any questions, if you have any questions, also check down in the description and join my email list. Please join the email list. If you're on the email list, you already received this. You've already received this in a newsletter and with the trip information. And so yes. Great job sharing this information. Excited. Thank you so much, Milton. This is hubby. Y'all, thank you so much, Milton Bay. I love you. Thank you so much. Thank you for building my website. You did such an excellent job. I appreciate you so much. And so, yes, come away with us. Come to Kenya, right? You got this opportunity now where you got the fresh, hot off the press. You don't have to have an ETA for most African countries and the Caribbean. You know, one of the countries I did not see was Burkina Faso. So that is going to be interesting. Muhammad says, how can I invest? I'm native of Kenya, living in Canada. How can you invest in Kenya? Now, so if you're coming on the tour, what I would do is if you're coming on the tour, then you're going to, be able to come on the Investors Summit. And this tour is happening in September. But ways to invest in Africa, of course, you have the inside scoop, right? You've got the inside scoop having come from or having lived in Kenya. That's your home. So you can probably see things that we can't see. It's so exciting, okay, to see all of the exciting things. You were talking about avocados, you were talking about mixing it with banana. I think, one of the ways is one of the things that you could do, obviously, is to become a member of Adida and join, and then that will give you this opportunity to network and to be a part of a group, and then have your have your business plan, all of that built out. We definitely will help you. But one of the ways that you can invest is to become a member of Adida, because we want to build a strong alliance of investors and a network and build this community out. And so that's one way. But and book a session so that here we are. Here we are. Contact us, right? I put the email in the because we love to talk to you, right? I put the email right there, but go to the contact us page here, and then, are you ready for Exodus? You'd like to book a investors consultation with us, a time with us to sit and chat about the business that you'd like to do. I'd love to see it. I think one of the ways that you invest is just start by putting a list together of the types of businesses. What were some of the things when you were in Kenya? What are some of the things that you missed, or that wasn't available, or maybe wasn't as plentifully available as you might have wanted it to be? Is there a way where you're in Canada where you could set up some type of export or import where you're shipping avocados to Canada where you are and you're selling them, right? That's a great way to invest, right? In agriculture, to right there, start where you are with the things you love, right? That's a great way to invest. Work with the farmer and import those things right to where you are. And so, what are you interested in? What are you interested in? What kind of businesses are you interested in? What type of services are you interested in? So there's a host of questions and things that go into investing, because you want to do something that you love. But you can have the plainest business, something that you're just not, that is just not being fulfilled there in Kenya. If you're planning one day to go back home, or you're planning to go back home soon, that you would know, right? There's some of the things you would know, that your fellow Kenyans either don't have enough of, that are around, that are needed. And so I think that's where you start. You start there. You start with, what do people need? What do people need? What did you need when you were growing up? We need to sit down and talk. Yeah, yeah. Please do. Email us, contact us, and we will sit down and talk, because I think this is this is what really gets my heart going, because I want people to come back to Africa. I want people to come to Kenya, obviously, but I want people to have the opportunity to come back home. And sometimes when we're in the West, you know, we have so many other responsibilities, but it's a need to invest in the continent, because we want to see the continent grow and to thrive. We want to see it do amazing things. So, yes, please reach out to us. Go ahead and hit that contact form, or just send us an email directly, and we'd be happy to work with you. We really would. We have some great ideas. And I do share, of course, in a video that I just did. Why are you not investing in Africa? I just did that video, and it's amazing, because there's so many in Canada, the US. There have been so many opportunities to invest in Africa, with programs right through UK, and now BRICS is here. And so, and when the United States, they were doing AGOA, Prosper Africa, I talk about that in the video. And so there were really opportunities to invest, but a lot of the times we as diasporans were not able, or just didn't know. We just didn't know. I wouldn't say we weren't able. I think we just didn't know that those opportunities exist. And so we need to be the ones hopping on the bandwagon. We need to be the ones leading the charge, not only for Black Exodus to get out, right, of the West, but we also need to be leading the charge for investing in Africa and doing amazing things on the continent. On the continent. Why did I choose Africa? Why not Ghana or South Africa? I have a whole video on that. Actually, I have a whole video on why I chose Kenya, and why not Ghana or South Africa. For South Africa, I will say that is so beautiful, and Ghana as well. So, but South Africa really reminded me of home. And here in the US where I am, it really reminded me of home. And I really thought, had to really do a hard look and think about South Africa, because it did pull me. It did, kind of pull at my heartstrings a lot. And so it's Kenya. Choosing Kenya was, in a way, an easy choice. But I think we made the best choice. It was something that, it was a place that our whole family could agree on. That was one thing that was really important to me. Ghana also beautiful, amazing. I think with Ghana, the whole year of return really did good and bad for Ghana. And so I'd like to see, I think Ghana is amazing and beautiful. I'd like to see a bit more infrastructure with Ghana before I could really call it completely home for me. And I think for my family, I think that would be what we were looking for. We were looking for just a bit more infrastructure. Kenya has so much. I mean, Kenya is just a beautiful country. The people are amazing and friendly. And so that's one of the reasons that we chose Kenya. And then the opportunity for investment, and just to not just monetary, but to invest our networks and our friendships, to make friends there. Investment makes, is a word, and we usually just think of money, but it really is a holistic approach. That's the way we approach it. It's family, investing time, investing in people, right? Investing our energy, investing our heart. So that was why. But I do have a whole video on why I chose Kenya. I hope you go and check that out. Let's see if I can pull that link in. I don't know, hubby, if you grab that link before I do and put it in there, um, then I can. He might grab before I do, but let's see if I can grab it, y'all. But yeah, I do. I have this whole video on why I chose Kenya, because I got so many reasons. I have so many reasons why. Um, the economy, the infrastructure, the weather, the so many different areas that you can, that you can definitely be a part. I mean, that you can live in. You have the cityscapes of Nairobi. You have you have out on along the coast. So it's just a lot. Yeah, it's just a lot to do, to be able to enjoy. And so that was really the main reason. I hope that answered your question, but if not, we're gonna put this link in here for you so that you could oh, there it is, so that you can see it as well. Let's see. I'm just grabbing the link. But yeah, where are you? What part of the world are you in? KO, it'd be great to hear. Where are you in the world? Um, that'd be great to hear where you are in the world and why you chose where you are. I always like to hear. So here is that link. There it is. Why I chose Kenya. Okay. All right. So there it is. I put it right there. Why I chose Kenya. There's that link. And two, since I did also a video on why African Americans are moving to Africa, but also here, I think this is very good, and it's why are you not investing in Africa? Let me put this in the link. Let's see, why are okay, so I also put this up. Let's see, why are you not investing? If you all help me out, go ahead and check out those videos. That would really be helpful to me. I would appreciate it. And let's see, don't wait till you're old. That was the other right. Till you're old. All right, so don't wait till you're old to move to Africa. Okay, don't wait. Don't wait. Well, that's why we're talking about investing, so you can get your coins together. And we getting our coins together too, so we're investing as well. You are Kenyan living in Nairobi. Woohoo! Wow, that's amazing. Awesome. That is really awesome. Thank you for sharing that with me. I appreciate that. Thank you. Nairobi, Nairobi. Wow, Nairobi is amazing. Caribou. Oh, Asante Sani. Thank you. Thank you so much. Asante Sana. I have been practicing. Yeah, I've been practicing. Yes, I've been practicing my Swahili. So thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you. All right. Kale says thanks. All right. You are welcome, Kaka. You are welcome, Kaka. Okay. Brother, right? That's what that means. Okay. Cause I've been practicing. Dada's sister. I'm telling y'all, I've been on it. Okay. I have been on it. All right, guys. Any more questions? Any more questions? If you have any more questions, all right, you guys know you can reach out to me. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, this video. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Muhammad, I'm looking forward to you reaching out to us for us to get a chance, hubby and I, to talk to you, to sit down and talk with you and hear all the amazing plans that you have. We are excited. Thank you, everyone, for joining the stream. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. If you have any questions, email us at theblackexodus@gmail.com. We're happy to talk with you. I did leave a link. Yes, Bahamas. Yes, you are getting a free ETA. You do not have to buy an ETA. That's amazing. And so check out our website. I have these links here where you can check out our website. If you do need an ETA, I mean, the two things you're going to need if you're coming from America, coming from the UK, you're going to need that ETA visa, which is about $35. You're also going to need your passport. So go ahead and start. If to go on the trip with us, you're going to need your passport, or if you're traveling. If you'd like to leave a gift, if this was helpful to you, go ahead, send us a gift. At you can cash up us at Synolve, and so appreciate that. So yeah, I think we have hit it all. This is our trip. We'd love for you to join us on a trip. Please, we'd love for you to come with us on this trip and go where you're celebrated, not where you're just tolerated. Yeah, come on the trip with us and you're gonna have a good time. Contact us if you need us. It's under the trip information is under Black Exodus Tours, so you can go there. I think that's it. Any more questions? Let's see. Yeah, if you don't guys have any more questions, then we're gonna sign off. We're gonna go. I'm gonna let you guys get some rest. And so I thank you so much for joining me, Asante Sana. I'm learning. Asante Sana. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you being here so much. Give me a like, give me a thumbs up, subscribe. If you haven't already joined the channel, subscribe. All right, subscribe. You'll want to subscribe and you want to join the family. We need to join and create a beautiful, amazing community where we're investing, where we're working together, we're networking, and we're doing amazing things. It's time for us to shine. All right. I love you guys so much. I've enjoyed my time with y'all tonight. You know what? I'm going to be back. I'm going to see y'all in another video real soon. Bye-bye, guys. Much hug and love. Y'all have a good, amazing day or night wherever you are. All right. Bye-bye, guys. Synolve signing off. See you in another video real soon.